I'm with World Bore Supply, and today I'm going to show you how I got the cleaning rods extracted from a barrel I was working with. First, we're going to use the simulated barrel so I don't really recreate it too much and get them stuck again. Now, the barrel I was working with was a smooth bore Jap rifle. It was a trainer, so there was no rifling. I was not concerned with about ruining the accuracy. If you think anything that you're going to do is going to ruin the accuracy, please take it into a gunsmith to avoid that. Again, if you're not too concerned or you think you can get out without it, I'm just going to show you what I did. First, I was cleaning with this nice 6.5 rod I had. The barrel was really tight down here. On the trainers, they're very non-concentric inside. They weren't too concerned about having the same diameter because it was for training. They were only going to fire blanks, if anything, through it. So I got this rod stuck here, and it wouldn't go in, wouldn't go out. Tried pounding, tried to go all the way forward, wouldn't go all the way forward. Pounding, trying to get it go all the way back, wouldn't go all the way back. Put some vice grips on it, pound on the vice grips. All I succeeded in doing was popping my handle off. Is all I succeeded in doing. So the next thing I figure I'm going to do, I got to mark it, see if I'm making any progress. Put vice grips on it, and I'm turning the rod, turning the rod. I can see the rod flexing, so I can feel that it would get close to breaking. I would just break it off and have a hunk in the barrel I couldn't even grab a hold of. So I figured that wasn't a good option anymore. Tried putting vice grips on the rod and pounding, but they just wouldn't hold enough. No matter how much I did, they just wouldn't hold enough, and they kept slipping off. And I had nothing I could really pull with, and it wouldn't pound anymore no matter how much I tried pounding. So I had the next idea, the next logical step, which I've done all these before and they've all worked, depending on how stuck the barrel is. So you can try any of these and they might work for you if it's not too stuck, but this one was really stuck. So I figured I would pound it out with this rod here, which I've done before. All I succeeded in doing was getting this rod stuck, because again, it was really stuck right here. So now I have two rods stuck. Now I'm not going to go into the local gunsmith with a smoothbore trainer with a rod stuck in each end, and they'd never stop talking about that. So I'm really thinking, what the hell can I do to get this unstuck? Looking through my roller box, saw my screw extraction set, and she gave me an idea. So I'm looking at the screw extraction set, and I'm thinking, what can I do? And I grab one of them, and I'm looking. And what you do is you would cut the rod down if it were a screw that was stuck, and this goes in the end after you drill the hole. And then it's nice and square here, which would enable you to get a crescent wrench on the end, and then you turn it out, and that's how you remove the screw. Well, I didn't want to cut the rod down because that would give me less to work with in the future should I need it. But it gave me the idea of taking my grinder and grinding a spot flat on each edge of the rod. As you can see, I did that, giving myself some leverage. I did that on both ends. After which, I was able to get the crescent wrench on there. And I worked it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and got it a little looser. And then, as you can see, it stops right there. So I was able to take the hammer and pound it. Oh, because now I had some leverage because that stops on the spot that I didn't grind. I was able to pound this out. And I was able to pound the other side out, doing the same thing and getting them out. One thing you gotta be careful when you start driving the two rods together, when I quit after a while, after I figured I was doing this, is the ends will mushroom. They're gonna go right in on each other and they're gonna bulge out. And you're really gonna be stuck, like happened with this piece here. You would really be stuck on the inside if you pound too hard into mushrooms. This happened on the outside as I was pounding the rod. So you really got to be careful. If you really try pounding too hard and putting a lot of pressure, all you're going to do is make the problem worse as these two go on each other and the metal flares up and they're really going to get stuck. That's how I was able to get the cleaning rods out of my particular rifle barrel. Again, I wasn't concerned because there was no rifling. It's a smooth bore, so be careful if you have a very accurate rifle and they're stuck in. But those are just some hints that I've used in the past.